Some crimes don't disturb us because of what happened. They disturb us because of what didn't. Jeffrey Epstein is dead. That's the official ending. But if endings are supposed to bring closure, why does this one feel unfinished? This isn't about conspiracy theories. It's not about secret lists. It's not even about the crimes themselves. It's about something much darker. It's about power and the psychology of silence. Because Epstein didn't operate in isolation. He moved in rooms filled with billionaires, politicians, academics, royalty, people whose reputations were worth more than most countries. And for years, nothing happened. Not because no one knew, but because knowing isn't the same as acting. There's a psychological phenomenon called pluralistic ignorance. It's when everyone privately senses something is wrong, but assumes everyone else is fine with it. So no one speaks, and silence becomes safety. In elite environments, the cost of accusation is social death, loss of access, loss of status, loss of power. And the human brain will protect status almost as fiercely as it protects survival. So the question isn't, how did he get away with it? The real question is, how many people calculated the risk and decided it wasn't worth it? Predators at that level rarely look dangerous. They look polished, connected, charismatic. Our brains are wired to detect threat in chaos, not in tailored suits and private jets. We trust sophistication. We associate wealth with competence, influence with legitimacy. It's called the halo effect. When someone excels in one area, we subconsciously assume they're trustworthy in others. And that cognitive bias is a predator's camouflage. But here's where it gets darker. Even after his arrest, even after public outrage, even after his death, the discomfort didn't go away. Because the human mind needs closure. It needs a villain. It needs a cage. But what happens when the villain dies and the system remains? Psychologically, it's easier to believe in one monster than in a network of quiet complicity. It's easier to say, he was evil, than to ask, how many people benefited? There's another concept in dark psychology, diffusion of responsibility. When too many people are involved, no one feels fully accountable. And in elite circles, responsibility becomes diluted across influence, lawyers, PR teams, institutions. The result? A crime that feels enormous, but somehow ownerless. That's why this case lingers, not because of mystery, but because of structure. When power concentrates, consequences don't distribute evenly. And when reputation becomes currency, truth becomes negotiable. The public outrage fades. News cycles move on. New scandals replace old ones. But psychologically, something stays unsettled. Because deep down, people sense something dangerous. If a system can absorb a scandal like that without collapsing, then maybe it was built to survive it. And that's the part that makes this story different. It challenges a comforting belief that justice is automatic, that exposure guarantees accountability, that powerful people eventually fall. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. But even when they do, the structure that protected them often remains intact. And that's what unsettles the collective mind. Not the crime, not even the criminal, but the realization that power doesn't always fail loudly. Sometimes it fails silently, and silence, in the right rooms, isn't weakness. It's strategy. So the next time a scandal explodes and then slowly disappears, don't just ask what happened. Ask who benefited from forgetting. Because in environments where access equals survival, truth isn't suppressed by force. It's suppressed by calculation. And calculation doesn't leave fingerprints. It leaves silence. This is Lucid Code. Asa.